Eagles fans, Eagles fans, Eagles fans. Monday was a tough day for you, wasn't it? Divisional round recap, day 3. Let's talk about it. What up? It's your boy Mac TheWiseSole, your home for sneakers and sports. So, like I said earlier, day 3, NFL Wildcard weekend, Monday. Let's talk about what happened. The Buffalo Bills hosted the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosted the Philadelphia Eagles. And to be completely honest, both games were not competitive. They were blowouts. But anyway, we'll get into all that. But first and foremost, if you aren't already, go ahead and follow your boy here on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all under TheWiseSole. You can follow me on all social media platforms. But let's go ahead and talk about this weekend. So Monday, we had a doubleheader. Obviously, the Buffalo game was made up from Saturday. I think the game was supposed to happen. They moved it because of the weather. Kudos to the Bills Nation for weathering that out and standing in that snow. Like, all the seats were filled with snow for the most part. You pretty much had to shovel your way into your own seat, which is crazy. It's crazy. But hey, Buffalo Bills fans, you guys, it was worth it, right? It was worth it. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Steeler Nation, you guys should just be happy you were there. I'm going to be completely honest with you because you really shouldn't have been a playoff team. I mean, you were going into the game without TJ Watt, arguably the best defensive player in football. You didn't have your starting quarterback. I could argue you did have your starting quarterback because Mason Rudolph, Trubisky, Pickett, it's the same guy to me. Like, there's really not much of a difference. I think quarterback play is an issue for you. But hey, we'll talk about this. Buffalo got off to a great start. I think they were up 14-0. It might have been 17-0. And it looked like it was going to get real ugly real fast. Josh Allen played very well. He had like 3 touchdown passes. I know he had a rushing touchdown. So I guess he had 4 touchdowns total. I know he passed it to the tight ends a couple times. He might have got one to Diggs. I don't remember. But again, he was out without his number 2 receiver in Davis. In the conditions, Josh Allen balled out, man. He had that, 60-yard run for a touchdown where he did the fake slide on Pittsburgh. I'm going to just let you know now, Josh Allen, don't do that again. Like, don't do that again, because that's going to get you cracked next time people think he might fake slide, and you actually do slide. Somebody's going to hit you hard, my guy. Like, they're going to hit you hard. So don't do that again. But nevertheless, Pittsburgh, you never really had a shot. I will give credit to where credit is due. They fought hard in that second half, man. I mean, not saying that I was worried they were going to come back or I thought they were going to come back, but they didn't quit. And that says a lot about Coach Tomlin and the Pittsburgh organization. They didn't quit. They fought hard, even though, the chips were stacked against them, man. Najee Harris, I don't think he's the answer for you guys at running back. And I hate that because Najee's from the Bay. I like Najee a lot. Like, I want him to be the guy for you guys. But Warren, the backup running back, I think he makes better plays out of the backfield for the Steelers right now. And that's something they're going to need to look at going forward. Defensively, again, without TJ Watt, you guys weren't going to really be able to do much against Josh Allen, James Cook, Stephon Diggs, and so forth. You tried. You held on as long as you could. But you just weren't. You didn't have the manpower to stay with Buffalo in this one. But you definitely need to figure out your quarterback situation next year and your running back situation, because Pickett, I don't think he's the answer. Obviously, Trubisky, Rudolph, they're not the answer either. So, Pittsburgh, you guys got some work to do. But hey, dude, give Tomlin credit. All those, critics out there who want to run Tomlin out of Pittsburgh, that man got you to a play. You weren't a playoff team. Let's be completely honest. Pittsburgh, you're not really a playoff team, but somehow he coached that team to making the playoffs. So, hey, I'm happy he's going to come back. Give him an extension, man. Tomlin should be extended. He's a great coach. He's great for the culture. Seems to be a great leader. Pittsburgh, take care of your guy. Seriously. But I have to go ahead and say this real quick. Pittsburgh Steelers, you're eliminated. Buffalo, on to next week in the divisional round. Well, they will be hosting Kansas City, and we'll talk about that in the next video. Kansas City, Mahomes, Allen in the playoffs again. This time, Allen has the home field advantage. So that should be interesting, to talk about. Now, Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Might have to pull the sleeves up a little bit on this one. Philadelphia. You did exactly what I thought you were going to do in this game. You didn't compete. You just didn't. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks, they pretty much did whatever they wanted to do against you guys. They also got out to a good start. The Eagles really, I think they only scored in the second quarter. If that, like, it might have been the second quarter. Yeah, it had to be the second quarter. You got blown out 32-9. Baker Mayfield played a very solid game. He's had playoff, experience and success in the past with Cleveland, so it wasn't really a surprise. Philly, I don't know what was wrong with you. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. A lot of critics, podcasters, media out there feel like the Eagles were broken by the 49ers after we blew you guys out in Philadelphia. And I ain't gonna hold you. There's something there. There's some smoke there when people say, we broke the Eagles. I honestly feel like the Eagles quit like around week 15, week 16 of the season. They just seem to quit, man. Like, and Nick Sirianni, that's on you. So if they do fire Nick Sirianni as a head coach, I could understand. Your defense was atrocious. Like, your defense is terrible. You can't tackle. And James Bradberry, Deebo Samuel told us this last offseason, you're trash, my guy. You don't cover well. You can't tackle for nothing. Like, I don't know how many missed tackles you had on Monday. Your whole defense was missing tackles all over the place. It was almost like it was contagious. Like, you guys couldn't tackle anything, and it was crazy. But Bradberry is trash. Darius Slay, major props. You guys picked up, Beard from Tennessee in the season. He didn't really seem to help you guys out. Your linebackers were terrible. The pass rush wasn't really pass rushing. Hassan Reddick, Fletcher Cox, they just didn't get the job done. I don't even know if Hassan Reddick even played. Like, I don't remember seeing him on the field at all. But then once it started getting ugly, I really stopped paying attention. But offensively, Philadelphia, you guys have questions, man. Like, you guys have some serious questions. You got A.J. Brown who's acting up. I don't know what's going on with A.J. Brown right now. Something's going on. I don't know what it is. The removing of the social media, Eagles stuff off the social media. I don't know if he just wants a new contract or what, but you guys need to figure that out. Also, Jalen Hurts. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. You guys paid him this past offseason, gave him franchise quarterback money. Is he really your guys' franchise quarterback? I mean, because this season, he wasn't really that great. Like, he wasn't spectacular. We could talk about it was the injuries. It was this and that. I don't know if it was the play calling. Shane Steichen going to Indy, leaving Philadelphia, if that had anything to do with it. But I didn't see franchise quarterback from Jalen Hurts this year, and that's a concern. It should be a concern for you Eagles fans because you've already paid this man. And let's be real. We just went through this, 3-4 years ago with Carson Wentz. You thought you had a franchise quarterback. You paid him as such, and then you found out he wasn't a franchise quarterback. So next season is going to be a big year for Jalen Hurts, man. You're going to need to figure that out. And it's very well possible you're going to have to learn a new system because I don't know what their offense coordinator was doing. I don't know what Sirianni was doing. But I could honestly see Philly going ahead and firing their coach or at least firing the offensive coordinator. And if Sirianni's not going to call plays next season, I don't even know why I'm keeping him because your team, you finished the season like 1-6. It's the complete opposite of Mike Tomlin. You didn't lead your team. They quit on you. I knew they quit like I said, week 15 or 16. Like, you could see the Eagles no longer cared. They weren't playing well. I had no doubts the Buccaneers were going to go ahead and knock the Eagles out. Like, no doubts because they quit. So Philly fans, hey, you guys can be mad at whoever you want to be mad at, but you might want to look in the mirror. Your team is not that good. Your defense, again, is atrocious. You guys were exposed. So figure it out. Get it together. So Tampa Bay, kudos to you. White running the ball. Baker Mayfield doing his thing. Evans, Godwin. You guys got a tough game next week in Detroit, man. That's going to be a tough game to play. Hopefully, you guys will be prepared. I'll get into all that in the next video, who I think is going to win. Let me know in the comments how you guys felt about Wildcard Weekend. Eagles, Steelers. Hey, I'm sorry, man. The state of Pennsylvania, you had a tough Monday. You just did. And I got to do this. Eagles fans, Philadelphia, you were eliminated. It is what it is. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, TheWiseSole. I will check you guys out in the next video. We'll talk divisional playoff rounds, 49ers versus Packers, Kansas City versus Buffalo. Those are going to be the prime games of the weekend. We'll get into all that this weekend. I'll probably drop the video probably Friday. Until then, see you guys next time. It's your boy, Mac TheWiseSole.